What's the deal? You already know who it is. Y'all favorite Auntie Pooh, and I'm finna give y'all one of my little rant videos. You know what I'm talking about? What are my little rant videos? So I'm like, let me tell them a story I ain't never told them before. So look, check this out. So let me tell y'all how I got fooled by this guy, right? So me and him, okay, so I was talking to this dude off the internet, right? We chopping it up, we talking, you know what I'm saying? We having a good time, we having a good conversation. So he was like, when you go come see me. And then it was something about him, I don't know, because it was off the internet. I was like, I don't want to just see him like that. So I probably was talking to him for like a month. Every day, he'll check on me, I'll check on him, we'll talk, conversate, so this is before FaceTime or anything like that. So we chopping it up. He like, I just want to take you out. Whoa, 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 da-da-da. Can you meet me at dinner? Da-da-da-da, all that. I'm like, cool. So we end up meeting for dinner. When I get there, he already sitting down. I didn't trip. I went ahead and sat down. I ordered my food, ordered my drinks. I went to the bathroom, came back, had a good time. He was like, well, I'll catch you next time. I got the bill. Don't worry about nothing. I'm like, okay, cool. I walk myself out. You know what I'm talking about? I call a homegirl like, oh, he cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a cool little time. So we end up chopping it up, talking some more. You know what I'm saying? We chopping it up. And he was like, yeah, I like to do stuff. You know what I'm saying? He was like, but I be chilling because I work hard. I'm like, that's understandable. You know what I'm saying? I totally get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. So he was like, you know what? I want you to come over or whatever. And I was like, well, I don't really want to come to your house just yet. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't, y'all. I don't know what it was. He was cool, but I just didn't want to go to his house. And I'm going to tell y'all why. The reason why I didn't want to go to his house, because like a couple of weeks before, we had to go rescue my homegirl from this nigga house, right? She done met this nigga off the internet, off the same site I was on. Girl, he had like, you know how like it be houses, but it be apartments in the back, right? So he stayed in this apartment in the back at the top, upstairs, right? We had to, girl, and I'm talking about it was them wobbly steps. You know how like them old school, they was wooden steps too. Them motherfuckers, it was like one missing, one here. Shit was crazy. But we had to go rescue the homegirl because she done met some nigga off the internet. He was just supposed to be, you know what I'm talking about, eating that cooler cat. And then shit went left, you feel me? Now they was arguing and fussing. We had to rush and go pick her up. You know how I go. I keep telling ladies, don't always believe that shit. Niggas be wanting to smash. You know what I'm saying? They be wanting to smash. So don't let them fool you with they just want to eat it. You know what I'm talking about? So anyway, so I was already just leery. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm like, I don't want to go. So he was like, okay. He was like, well, my homeboy's having a party. You know what I'm saying? You want to come through at the party? Cool. It's a party. We in that thing. I can invite the homegirls. You know what I'm saying? So I invite the homegirls. Boom. We go to the party. When we get to the party, he playing dominoes. So I see him. I give him a hug. I sit by him and all that. He playing dominoes. We have a good ass time. I end up leaving before he did. End up saying bye. I'm talking about amazing time. So he was cool. So this particular time he was like, look. He was like, look, I really want to cook for you. You know what I'm talking about? So why don't you just come on to the house? You know what I'm talking about? And come chill with me. I'm like, okay, fuck it. So I get dressed or whatever. I go over there. When I get there, it's like a gang of dudes on the porch. I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I gotta walk past. It's at least 8 niggas in front of this apartment building. I'm like, damn, and it's one of the apartment buildings where they sitting like on each side and you gotta walk up, through the middle. I'm like, damn, I'm cute. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to walk past all the players. You know what I'm saying? So I go ahead and I go in. And he like, oh, I'm in here. You know what I'm saying? Come in. He didn't open the door or nothing. So I go in there. He like, go and sit at the table. Whoop-de-whoop. I'm like, okay. So I'm sitting like this. He come in. And I look. And I'm like, what in the fuck is going on? And so I hear another voice. He like, hey, you want me to help you? He like, yeah, help me out, bro. So I'm like, oh, he probably got somebody, helping him with cooking or whatever. Bitch, no. Why the fuck, when I look again, I realize this nigga in a wheelchair. So his homeboys helped picking him up, putting him in the chair. And I'm looking like, how the fuck I didn't know this nigga was in a wheelchair? So I'm like, I'm looking, now I'm trying to keep a straight face because now I'm like, oh shit. When we went to the restaurant, he didn't stand up. When I went to the party, he didn't stand up. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm trying to keep a straight face, and y'all know me. It be written all over my face. You know what I'm talking about? I don't have to say a word. So I'm like, he scoot up. He like, what's up? And so a boy put the plates right there. We start to eat. I'm drinking. He has some wine. I'm drinking some wine. I'm like, oh, I'm just trying to like play it off. He like, you good? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. He like, all right. He like, you like the food? I'm like, yeah, I like the food. So, me, I just like, so, look, I ain't trying to be rude, but I gotta ask, right? He was like, what? I said, when you was gonna tell me you was in a wheelchair? He looked me dead in my face and was like, oh, I didn't know I didn't know I had to. And I said, oh, okay. For sure. He was like, I was just saying, I'm talking about, I just wanted to see if we could vibe together, before I do, basically expose, my business. Oh, somebody about to crash. But anyway, I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? But this is the kicker. Now, here I am on the inside feeling bad, right? Because I'm feeling like, dang. I'm sitting here judging him because he in a wheelchair. He really cool, right? But that wasn't it, y'all. So, after we done eating, he asked me to put his chair over there. He get in his chair by himself. He like, you want to watch a movie? I'm like, cool. Boom. I'm rolling up. He pouring me some more wine. I'm actually in the mindset of like, I could do this. Like, I'm literally like, damn, he done took me out. He got to know me. Like, we getting to know each other. Like, it really was a vibe. I was like, oh, this is cool, right? So then next thing I know, somebody knock on the door. And now y'all know my uncle was in a wheelchair too. So I'm not like, turned off by it or nothing. But I'm saying like, I've been around it. I know what goes into dealing with somebody in a wheelchair. So I really was processing this real, right? So like I said, bitch, sure got a motherfucking door, right? So he like, man, I ain't answering the door. I was like, well, they knocking hard. He like, man, I don't give a fuck. So now his phone ringing. I'm like, damn. Okay. Whatever. He like, man, I ain't answering nothing. I'm good for the night. So in my mind, when he's saying he good for the night, I'm like, oh, he must be slanging. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Don't want to be bothered with the crackheads. You feel me? No, I ain't got nothing to say, right? Girl. So by then, I'm a little tipsy or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He like, going in the kitchen, you know what I'm saying? Get you some more wine. So when I go in the kitchen, I open the refrigerator. I'm just looking at stuff in there. I'm like, oh, it'd definitely be a girl over here. You could just tell by what's in this refrigerator, right? So I'm like, okay. So now that I'm looking at the kitchen and everything, I'm like, Now I'm paying attention. I'm just paying attention, right? So, I ain't think nothing of it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, right? So then, the door again. He like, man, sit right here. So I'm sitting there, sitting on the couch, My feet up on the couch. I got the remote control. I'm trying to find something else to watch. He goes to the door. Now, he got a window door and a screen door. He opened the wood door. He like, what? All I hear is, what the fuck you doing? Why the fuck you not answering the phone? He like, man, who the fuck told you to pop up in my house? She like, I could pop up when the fuck I want to. He said, that's why your stupid ass outside the door. He was like, bitch, I got company. She was like, what? What? You got a motherfucking bitch in there? You got a motherfucking bitch in there? Now, remind you, the niggas that's on the porch, is still a couple of them out there. I could hear one of the niggas, they laughing like, ah. She like, fuck you, bitch ass niggas. She like, open the motherfucking door. Like, I'll fuck that bitch up. He was like, I don't think you want it with her. He like, she ain't no buster. Like, she like, tell that bitch to come outside. Tell that bitch to come outside. So I'm sitting there like, yeah. He was like, man, you better get the fuck away from my door. So when I came in, I had only locked the top lock of the screen door, right? So he locked the bottom lock, nigga, and closed the door. Locked the top lock, locked the bottom lock. Closed the door. She steady knocking on the door. I'm like, what the fuck? You feel me? He like, look, man, I understand if you want to leave. You know what I'm saying? He was like, because I'm going to tell you right now, this is the type of games this bitch play. He like, I could show you on my phone where I tell this bitch all the time I don't want her. She only pop up when she know I got company. He like, her punk ass cousin stay next door. He was like, the bitch always call her and let her know I got somebody over here. He like, that's all she do. Whoopty whoop. So I'm like, man, I ain't tripping. I'm like, he was like, but I'm going to tell you right now, her and her family, they be moving kind of funny, right? So I'm like, oh yeah? Hop on the phone, you already know what I'm finna do. But I'll call my sister. And I'm over here, pull up, cause when I walk up out of here, if a bitch try to pack me out, like it's gonna be a problem. He like, I air this motherfucker out, basically. He like, ain't nobody finna motherfucking, like, ain't nobody finna jump you. He like, oh, I'm that nigga. He like, I just don't want to do her like that. My sister like, man, look, I ain't too far from there. You call me if you need me. Period, right? Call me if you need me. Boom. I motherfucking get there. No, I didn't get there. My sister get there, right? She come upstairs. She knock on the door. He open the door like, what? She like, my motherfucking sister. He like, oh, I know. You know, but he was like, this your sister? I'm like, yeah, that's my sister. He let her in or whatever. She like, Nigga, I done came over here. Where the liquor at? He like, in the table, I got whatever you want. She like, oh, shit. So by then, it's my sister and my cousin. So they both come in, go straight to the kitchen. He got, now, remind you, his refrigerator was full of alcohol. Now, one thing about his motherfucking cripple ass bitch, he had everything you motherfucking want and need in that motherfucking house. I'm gonna give him that. That was a player ass spot. That is a spot you can, yeah. I don't even want to go into too much detail, but yeah, he had the right essentials for whatever you need, and I mean whatever you need. So it's been a couple hours. We didn't start playing cards. His cousin then came over. We actually didn't like, because of them bitches, I was getting ready to go home. But since they came, you know, it felt like, bitch, you ain't punking me. I'm here. You feel me? You got me fucked up, right? Boom. We playing cards and shit. We clowning. So now it's probably about 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. We getting ready to go. So his cousin Willie him outside. He walking us out. Next thing I know, nigga, we ain't got to our car yet. We still like at the steps. We talking. I'm actually rolling the blunt. So I like the blunt. And me and him, he's smoking. He like, did you get you some more weed? I'm like, yeah, I got enough. He like, oh, okay. He like, what you gonna do today? I'm like, I don't know. I really want to go shopping. I want to go to the mall. I'm like, I really want to do like a beach day or whatever. He like, man, we can do that. He like, huh? He give me some money. He like, man, go get you an outfit or something. He like, come back looking cute for me. I'm like, for sure. Whoa, whoa. But in my mind, I'm going, this nigga really just catfished me because I can't believe I didn't know he was in no wheelchair. So I stepped 1 foot down off the porch. All you heard was, skirt, skirt. So a motherfucker hit the corner going fast. Boom, she throw the car in park, jump out. We don't move because you did all the extras for what? She jump out, she like, so what the fuck up? So this who you with? This who you with? Now, she pointing, but she in a good distance from me. So I ain't even tripping. Trip on the nigga, you feel me? I ain't worried about it. My sister like, yeah, let's go before it be a motherfucking problem. Oh, girl never addressed us. She kept talking to him. But we was talking at her. I was like, yeah, we gonna get up out of here, babe. I was like, well, I had to slide a bitch. You feel me? All the way back to the east side. Like, I'm on this type of time. So she like, cause you got me fucked up. But she steady talking to him. She is not talking to me. So we go back and forth, right? Back and forth, back and forth. Well, not really back and forth. She go back and forth. He tell her, he said, look, if you don't go right now, I'm telling you, I'm about to spaz out. She was like, I don't give a fuck. Like, link down. I promise you, this nigga took this part of his hand and hit her so fast. Boom! In her motherfucking throat right here. He broke her all the way down. And when she got down, that nigga slapped her from the back wheel of his goddamn chair, bitch. And I mean from that little one that be in the back all the way to the front. Boom! By then, her cousin was standing in the doorway, like the hallway. Her cousin come run outside and try to like grab him a little bit. But his cousin that was there slid her. Boom, bitch, get off my cousin. You already know your cousin be out of pocket, always tripping. He don't fuck with that dusty ass bitch. He gave that hoe a chance. She fucked it up. Fuck you talking about? Go fuck a nigga in my homie house, nigga. Fuck out of here. She like, my cousin ain't do that. He like, shut up, bitch. Shut up, bitch. Go get your nigga. Go get your nigga, bitch. Go get your nigga. She like, oh, y'all want to trip like that in front of these new bitches? My sister like, you better watch who you calling a bitch. Bitch, if you get your ass dusted off again. So the one that's on the ground, she gasping for air. I'm talking about, she fucked up. So she just basically down on the ground, right? So she finally gets to her car. She like, you got me fucked up, I'll be back. So that's how that happened. So we end up leaving. I end up going shopping, end up getting the outfit. We go back over there. Now, we didn't start drinking and sucking and shit, so we moving kind of slow to get to the beach because now he like, shit, you always talking about them tacos. Just make tacos, man. Already got the stuff. Like, man, fuck it, let me pay for your day. Say no more. I'm over here enjoying myself. This is all we gonna do at the beach anyway, is eat, smoke, and drink. He like, fuck it, so I can still make some money. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm over there. My sister and them end up getting back over there, right? Bitch, why we over there chilling? Why this bitch come with her motherfucking daddy, her uncles, her cousins, like all her peoples? So I'm sitting there like, who the fuck is all these niggas at the door, right? This nigga opened the door, right? She like, yeah, my daddy and them here now. Her daddy like, I just want to come talk to you. He like, bro, we ain't got nothing to talk about. Your daughter's a punk ass bitch. Whoa, 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 da 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 da. Remind you, it's just still him and his cousin. Swear to God, y'all, that nigga rolled to the kitchen and came back, and he was just sitting there with a towel on his lap. And he was like, so what's this about? He was like, you put your hands on my... He was like, your motherfucking daughter put her hands on me. He like, but still you a nigga. He like, ain't no but still. You better check your motherfucking daughter and tell that bitch she put her hands on somebody go put their motherfucking hands on her. And then she thinks she gonna check any bitch I fuck with or have in my motherfucking house where I pay all the motherfucking bills at. That bitch don't contribute nothing in this motherfucker where she fucked my homie. Nigga, please. Everybody can get it. When the daddy was like, what? And the daddy kind of like bagged up like he wanted to square up. Remind you, this nigga in a wheelchair. Baby, he pulled out that pistol and was like, what do y'all want to do? And his cousin just standing there, right? But his cousin standing there with his hands behind his back. As I look behind his back and I look down, nigga in between his leg, why is it a third leg? And bitch, I ain't talking about no dick. I'm like, where did this big ass pistol come from? That wasn't no pistol. Like, where did this big ass K come from? Baby, I'm talking about walk them niggas about that motherfucking apartment and told them niggas if they ever step foot back in that motherfucking apartment, even to see the cousin, nigga, is going down. That's going to be the first and last warning. And let me tell you something. That goddamn wheelchair was one of the craziest motherfuckers I ever met. And that's why I don't fuck with the disabled. Bitch, I barely can fuck with the normal. That's why I don't fuck with the disabled. Because, bitch, they got an extra strength and an extra mean streak, bitch, that's out of this motherfucking world. I ain't gonna be able to do it. Let me know if y'all want part 2.